Day zero.
You owe me a nickel every time you say that. Or Roman, whatever the fuck it is.
Watch the game. What is going on, everyone? MikeO back with my Day Zero recap of the 2025 National Sports Collectors Convention. Day Zero has come and gone. The show hasn't even begun. I've already got a giant stack of cards. We'll get into those momentarily, but Day Zero is basically a travel day here. The day before the National, the Tuesday of National Week. Wednesday is when it all gets started. That's when the convention itself begins. But for the first time for me, I've gotten in the day before, and I'm really happy I did. Was able to kind of settle in, get the travel out of the way. You'll be able to recover, be ready for Wednesday, and do some really cool stuff. So Monday, tough day for me. Has nothing to do with the hobby, just very, very busy at work for 12 hours. Get home and you got to prep. This is the first time I've flown to the National in about 4 years. I've had the opportunity to drive the last 3. And while driving can be long and strenuous and stuff like that, there is a certain freedom to it. And when all of a sudden you're flying and you can't really bring as much as you want, you're already thinking about how you're limited and how much you can purchase. You're also on that time constraint and you have to get your stuff together. Only so many finite number of things you can bring. You have to have everything ready. And I just haven't had a lot of free time lately. So that was a little stressful. Was able to take care of everything, take about a 2-hour nap, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, find my way to the airport, catch a flight that was 8:15 this morning, get into Chicago, and then from there, that's really where the trip began, in the airport at O'Hare. I was able to meet up with Hitman 23, met up with Mike. Then we walked the baggage claim to the other one and met up with Eastern Connecticut Sports Cards, another Mike. We were talking, hanging out. Then Ed arrived, so we were able to shift back down to another baggage claim and meet up with Ed, who is Wesker Griff. So these are all the characters you are going to see throughout this week in the videos. Friends and members of the community, among many others. And then eventually, once we were all settled and together, our good friend Big Scott 35, Scott, picked us up. He was kind enough to pick us up and transport us to the Airbnb, which is amazing. Scott drove in yesterday from Chicago, or to Chicago from North Carolina. So that was amazing. And then we got our Airbnb. Thankfully, we were able to check in early to it, and we were able to just kind of decompress, relax. I mean, we all had traveled from various parts of the country. You're a little tired, and we're also catching up. You know, these are people that we talk to consistently, but you don't get to see in person as often as you would like. So it was really nice to kind of settle in, relax, take care of that. After about an hour and a half, we were able to head over to the Donald E. Stevenson Center, over where the convention takes place, pick up our passes. there were a few snafus, some interesting things going on. Perhaps you'll hear about those in different videos, but we were able to get our credentials and stuff and then go out, get something to eat, which we were all ready for sure. Come back to the house, get ready, and then we took that ride about an hour down to the south side to take in a little White Sox action, which I'd been to that ballpark a couple times. Definitely always awesome if you have free time to see a game at a convention. If you're in Chicago, you have the two options, right? You have the Cubs and the White Sox. And honestly, if you really wanted to, if you had the time, you could always do Milwaukee. It's not really that tough of a ride, but definitely wanted to do this White Sox game because the Philadelphia Phillies were in town. So that's like a no doubt about it for myself and Ed. And it was a fantastic game as a Phillies fan. Got to see a Schwarbomb from Kyle Schwarber. So everyone back home, go enjoy your Schwarbombs from the local eateries. And Brandon Marsh hit a home run, which somehow, some way I called earlier in that day. I don't, every now and then a blind squirrel finds a nut. And Jesus Luzardo got back on track. So it was really a good day. That ride down to the south side can be kind of tough. Traffic incredibly heavy on the way there and the way back. But overall, a good day. Had a lot of fun. And like I said, stacks of cards here. This giant pile here was a gift from Mike Hitman 23. So Mike, appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun going through them. Selection of Phillies and old school Patriots cards and all kinds of stuff. I mean, just great stuff. Just fun cards to collect. Some throwbacks, some nostalgic stuff. You got the old school Sport Flicks. So that's pretty darn cool. Just a lot of amazing stuff. And Mike kind of knows what I enjoy collecting and what cards can mean the most to me. And this hobby is so expansive and there's so many things that you can follow and enjoy and remember. And it is, it's pretty great, Never hurts to have an 88 Donruss Von Hayes added to the collection. So I got those. I was also bombed with some stuff here from Big Scott 35. Got a nice selection of cards from him, including the Von Hayes rookie autographs. That was pretty cool. Some relics, some Bryce Harper cards, a Harper parallel from Topps, companion card, some rookie action. I mean, Topps Chrome rookie, pretty darn nice. Topps finest rookie. And actually, theoretically, the last card, other than a few golden mirror image variations I need for the Phillies team set. I don't know who this dude is, but he is in the Phillies jersey. Says Citizens Bank Park. So it was one I needed for the team set. They had Jason Kelsey in Series 1. So thank you very much, Scott. And then a couple cards here from Ed Weskergriff, hooking me up with some stuff, so I appreciate that. We got a Bryce Harper to 34, Scott Rowland relic, Alec Boehm relic, a couple more numbered Harpers, and a Odubel Herrera, which, interesting guy. Actually had a little bit of a decent run with the Phillies for a couple years, but this is a cool card. It's serial numbered 6 of 10. This is from Panini Prime, and it's just got a beautiful piece of relic. So he's a Odubel Herrera, interesting character, but good memories. And I know Ed and I like to every now and then collect some guys. We like to collect the all-time great Phillies, the guys we really enjoy, our fan favorites, but also sometimes the characters and the bums, we'll put it. And then Ed hooked everyone in the house up with a Topps Black Parallel, and he got me the Skull Denter, Jake Arrieta. And Arrieta had an incredible run with the Cubs there for a few years. He was not amazing with the Phillies. I mean, he pitched some good games. His first year, he wasn't bad, but at $25 million a year, I don't know that he really paid off. But those are the cards I got. Free gifts, really cool stuff. Happy to have it. Happy to hang out with everyone. Excited to see everyone at the show on Wednesday. It all starts at 3 o'clock as early entry. It's probably going to be wild over there. And again, it's nice to be here a day early, be able to now get some rest, get up tomorrow, kind of take care of some things, take it easy for a little bit, maybe grab something to eat, and then check out the show and see what it's all about, see what's there. Should be bigger than ever. As always, my plan is to definitely look for the oddball stuff or the very rare Philly stuff and see if there's anything that I can afford, anything that would be fun additions to the collection. We'll see. It's definitely going to be a little different than other years, but going to have to be very careful with pickups, but we'll see. You just never know what you're going to run into, and really day by day, you'll run into new stuff because dealers are wheeling and dealing and buying new stuff or bringing out more stuff because they only have so much room. So I am looking forward to it. Appreciate you guys watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And if you're coming to the National, let me know. I know there's a bunch of hangouts. There's a few that I believe have been announced. I know Friday night there's a hangout with Spitballing Cards with the Filmington crew. Thursday you have the Baseball Collector hangout. I believe there might even be something going on Wednesday as well. So a lot of options, and of course the show, and just kind of private hangouts and get-togethers. Either way, you see me, say hello, and I will talk to you next time. Have a great one.